Before I start this video, I wanted to send my best wishes to Michail Antonio and his family. He was involved today in a very bad accident and he's in the hospital now. So the first news that we heard was really scary because when you look at the car, you're just thinking yourself, is anybody really alive in this video? But after that, we got a good news from the hospital. West Ham United are communicating to people now, keeping people updated and say that he's stable. And that's what I want to hear. Say that he's stable and he can communicate. And he's in close supervision right now in the hospital in London. So this is a good news. I hope that he recover fully and play football again. But the most important now is that he recover and he's alive, and football comes late, okay? Late. So praise the Lord that Antonio is good and we're gonna keep praying. Be strong, brother. Be strong. So this video is about my review for the games on Saturday, Premier League match week 15. I'm lacking a little bit of energy because, I get emotional when I see, some bad news. So you're going to excuse me. It's not going to be flashy, gun blazing, banter and all that because of what happened to Antonio. So I'm going to remind you the result on Saturday and then focus on some key games that happened. So Aston Villa beat Southampton 1-0. Brentford beat Newcastle United 4-2. Crystal Palace 2. Manchester City 2. Manchester United 2. Nottingham Forest 3. That the first defeat for Amorim at Old Trafford. Let's go and give you some details. The first details that I will be giving you in this video is Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 2. City were very lucky to equalize. Of course, they can dominate, but I think Crystal Palace were very good. They dominated in their own way without the ball, but it's Manchester City we're talking about here. This is the level that they are at right now is not really good. Erling Haaland voted the man of the match. Munoz and Max Lacroix scored for Crystal Palace. Erling Haaland and Rico Lewis scored for Manchester City. And Lewis, by the way, got the red card at some point. It was almost the end of the game, but he got the red card. If you look at the two teams on paper, you think City were going to smash them. But in the end, that is City's level at the moment, my friend. They are not special anymore. They are just ordinary team and everybody pretty much knows how to beat them. So they almost lost today. They are really lucky not to lose. Let's check on some statistics. Possession 68.5. Yeah, possession FC. Manchester City 31.5 for Palace. Shot on target 4 for Manchester City, 3 for Crystal Palace. Shot altogether 12-12. Remember, before City used to shoot all the time. They will have like 30 shots or 27 shots, something crazy like that. But right now you can tell that they are not the City that we know. And they dropped 2 points. No, they got 1 point, but for their level, you would think that this is like a defeat because they're supposed to win games like this. So let me know. Do you still believe that Manchester City can go ahead and finish first win this league, or you think the league is over and they should focus on the Champions League or other trophies? For me, I still believe that City are there. Don't write them off yet, because they're still Manchester City, one of the best teams in the entire world. They have the budget. They have money. In January, they can go and reinforce the team like with a couple key players. And in January, we might be talking about something different. So don't sleep on City. They might surprise many, many people. Let's move on and talk about Manchester United, another club from Manchester. I wanted to say another club from United, but that was not going to make any sense. Another club from Manchester. The other club dropped point in London, and the other club lost at home in Manchester 3-2 to Forest. And Forest beat Liverpool. Now they beat Manchester United. Lately, they were a little bit poor, but since the beginning of this season, overall, Nottingham Forest been doing good. So for Manchester United, Rasmus Højlund and Bruno Fernandes scored. And for Forest, it was Milekovic, Gibbs White, and Chris Wood. Somebody please tell me how Chris Wood is so good at 33 years old. He was always like low-key for years. Now it looks like he has the best time of his life. Today apparently was his birthday, and he scored on his birthday. And he was the man of the match. Let's check on some statistics from the game. United had possession. Overall, 71.6% possession. Nottingham Forest, 28.4%. Shot on target, 3 for Nottingham Forest, 3 goals. Accuracy, 3 shot on target, 3 goals. Manchester United, 7 shot on target, 2 goals. Lord have mercy. Shot altogether, 11 for Forest, 17 for United. Do you think that Manchester United can still make it top 4? I think that the title is over for them, but top 4, you never know. It's not even half of the season yet, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm going to show you the table, and it's very worrying. They have just to give time to Amorim. This team is not good enough. He has to implement his own ideas, and it's gonna take time. And probably he need to bring few of his own players so he can, work good and implement quicker his idea at Manchester United. It's gonna be a long, long way to go. As Amorim himself said, we are a big club, but we are not a big team. You see the difference? Yes, big club on paper, but in terms of a team, they are nowhere to be seen. Okay, let me remind you the table so far. So Liverpool are top of the table, and the game early on was cancelled because of weather in that area, including in Manchester. But in Liverpool, because the game was so early, they just cancelled it because it was so bad. So Liverpool still top, but they're gonna have like one game less by tomorrow because they have to reschedule the game they were going to play against Everton. That makes sense? So 35 points regardless of what's going to happen this weekend. Chelsea can close the gap. Arsenal can close the gap, but they're not going to get into the level of Liverpool. So Chelsea are second, 28 points. Arsenal third, 28 points. Manchester City are fourth, 27 points. Nottingham Forest are fifth, 25 points. Aston Villa sixth with 24 23 point, excuse me. Oh, Forest and Aston Villa got 25-25. Yeah, I didn't make any mistake, so there was no excuse there. Anyways, and look at Tottenham Hotspurs, 11th with 20 points. Manchester United are 13 with 19 points. And you scroll down for the relegation zone, Ipswich, 9 points. Wolves, 9 points. Southampton, 5 points.